Hi, my name is Hailee Bartling, and today I will be discussing the Pitney facility fire and how their well thought out business continuity plan helped them continue business after such a devastating event happened to them. So first, a business continuity plan is so essential to running a modern day organization because organizations are subject to so many disasters and potential crises that businesses must have a plan of what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, who they're going to do it, what their short-term goals are, what their long-term goals are, just how they're going to continue business after this potential crisis strikes. And a perfect example of a well thought out business continuity plan is the Pitney Bowes facility fire case, and I'll just go a little bit in detail about that. So on February 7th of 2011 in Texas, one of their facilities burnt down, stopping all operations from coming in and out of that facility. Lucky for them, the organization just months earlier had gone over their business continuity plan, assessed it, and tested it to make sure that all the employees, all the management, corporate, local managers knew what to do if and when a disaster strikes. So it was evident that the management and employees were trained because less than 24 hours later, they had rented a hotel conference room, and they started they started communicating with their existing clients, just telling them like, hey, the facility burnt down, but no need to worry, just putting their mind at ease. And this is an important part of a business continuity plan because it makes the organization transparent, and it tells the customers we've got it under control and business is going to continue as usual. Also, in those 24 hours, they had rerouted all of their mail, so it wasn't going in and out of this facility. And then just 48 hours later, in the fire, they had lost millions of dollars of equipment. And less than 48 hours later, they had reordered all that equipment, and it was on the way. And they had also started to recover all of the data that had been lost, and as well, they continued this communication. And then after they got the fire inspections back, the management and corporate management realized, hey, we're not going to get back into this facility anytime soon. So they started to look for a more permanent location for them to continue business. And the point of this is Pitney Bowes had their short-term goals set, and the employees were trained. They knew what to do. They rented the hotel room. They continued communication. They ordered all the right equipment, but they also realized that, hey, we need to figure out our long-term goals. So once they got the inspection back from the fire, they started to look at those long-term goals. And because they were so prepared, this organization was able to retain 98% of their customer base. That is a prime example of how crucial a business continuity plan is for an organization and how it could potentially save the organization after such a crisis can hit. This crisis put operations to a halt, and because it was so trained and so well thought out, they were able to continue business the day after the crisis hit. Also, in this case, I learned that it is essential for employees to not just be trained in, or just not one big long training, but it is there's specific training for each employee. Often there's lots of customer turnover or employee turnover, and let's say a receptionist is trained different on what they're supposed to do once a disaster hits than a mail service delivery man. So with each part of the plan, there's different levels and different jobs for each employee, which also must be trained. And Pitney Bowes proved that they were able to do this, and because they were so prepared, they were able to keep their clients and continue their business. Business continuity plans take a lot of thought and a lot of training, and they must be reassessed at least annually. Every time a new employee is hired, they have to also be trained on what to do. So it takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of commitment from corporate management and the local managers, because each branch is different. A branch in Alaska could have a different potential crisis than this branch in Texas. So each branch is different, and business continuity plans are just a ton of work. But as proven in this case, they are well worth it. They are what could help organization after a potential crisis, versus if an organization doesn't have a business continuity plan, they have the potential of going under and not continuing their business. And I think that business continuity plans are often overlooked, and I think smaller businesses, they don't think about a business continuity plan. But after reading and researching this case, I have realized that it is essential for businesses, and businesses must make it a priority. Thank you.